Okay, I got my graphic favorite recipe cookbook from 1986 out again. And this time, I'm going to be making old-fashioned cream pie, submitted by Georgina Snyder of Richmond, Indiana. So there's only 5 ingredients. It seems pretty simple. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start putting this together. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of half and half. And so that was the half and half. And then a half a cup of whipping cream. Alright. So you don't want to get, like when you do it this way, you don't want to mess up. Alright, so that's half a cup. Alright. So now for the dry ingredients. So it's 1 cup of sugar. It's a lot of sugar. But this is basically sugar cream pie. You want 1/8 of a spoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. That was noisy. Alright, so the directions say make sure you mix this very well. So my thing is, you know, sugar cream pie is well known in Indiana. I don't know why it's associated with Indiana specifically. I'm going to have to look that up. I do think it has to do with Wicks pies, is my guess. So while I'm baking it, I'm going to look up the history. Alright, I think that's well incorporated. What do you think? Yeah? Alright, so we need to add it into the liquid now. So let's go ahead and dump that in. Alright. And it's weird because it doesn't call, I thought there would be an egg in it, but it doesn't call for eggs. That sugar actually mixed in there quite quickly with that cornstarch. There's a few lumps of sugar. But I'm going to let it sit just for a couple minutes to make sure all the sugar is dissolved. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have a pie crust here. And I noticed, it's a store-bought, but I noticed there's no docking. Docking means to put the holes in there. So, not sure why they call it docking, but that's the official culinary term for poking the holes in the pie crust. Alright, and then you go around like this. They did make this kind of thin right here. So that one piece is going to be a little jacked up. No problem though. So we're going to dock that pretty good right there. And what that does is it prevents the pie crust from having air bubbles underneath it. So I'm going to do a few more holes here and there. You know, and actually I've done pies without the docking. And this still turned out okay. but maybe I just got lucky. Okay, I think we got enough docking done. All right, so I'm going to give the filling. Oh, I'm glad I did decide to do that, so I could feel the cornstarch settle at the bottom. So I'm going to give it one good stir. You want your oven preheated to 425, and then you cook it for 15 minutes at 425, and then you turn the oven down to 350. And let me look how many minutes you cook it for then. Okay, so it says cook for an additional 15 minutes at 350, and then you finish the pie at 325 until the center is firm. All right. I'm going to stir this a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to wait a few more minutes. My oven is only at 325, so I have 100-degree more to go. So I'm going to pause this, and I'll be right back. All right, so one final stir. My oven's reached 425. Again, 425 for 15 minutes, 350 for 15 minutes, and then 325 until it's firm in the center. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's pour this into the pie crust. Looks all nice and smooth. Yeah, I need a little less pie crust, huh? All right. Ooh. Somebody removed my topper there. Be right back. Okay, more than one way to skin a cat, so I'm going to put just a little bit into the cap here. Hold it way up out of the camera, and I still managed to get a ton in one spot. Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way then. But hold it way up. You don't want too much nutmeg, because a little nutmeg is so yummy, but too much is kind of gross. Well, my mom says she likes a lot of nutmeg, so I'm going to add another pinch of nutmeg. Maybe just to half of it, since she likes a ton of nutmeg. Alright then, let's get this baby in the oven. Alright, so there's the pie. So now I gotta turn it up, or turn it down to 350. Okay, so 425, now it's gotta go to 350. Alright, 15 minutes. Alright. So there it is after the 15 minutes at 350. Let's peep in there. It's looking good. Looking creamy. Alright, so let me go ahead and turn that. Excuse my dirty pen from dinner. Alright, I'll wash that soon, I promise. So 325. Here we go. So 325 until it's done. So check in 10 minutes. Alright. No, it's not set. Look at that. See that? Alright, so we gotta cook it longer. Okay, so I let it cook an additional 20 minutes and it's still really loose. Ooh, let's keep cooking. Okay. That looks pretty thick now. I think it's ready now. Alright, so here's my pie. It's not quite ready to serve yet. It's got to sit for maybe another 10 minutes and then I can serve it. Alright, so I think the pie has cooled sufficiently. It cooked up very strangely. Like, that was just so weird. So let me go ahead and attempt to cut a slice. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay. All right. Always the first piece is so hard to get out. Oh, I messed up already. Oh man, I messed up my first piece. Oh, and then it flipped on me, really? Always on camera. Okay, so you guys can kind of see what it's supposed to look like. So it's still kind of runny. Can you see that? And it was in the oven for like an hour. But it tastes like sugar cream pie. Alright, so here are some facts I said I would look up while I was waiting for the pie to cook. So, according to whatscookingamerica.net, sugar cream pie originated in Indiana with the Shakers and or the Amish communities around 1850. It's called by a few names: sugar cream pie, sugar pie, Hoosier sugar cream pie, and finger pie. That's because of the mixing method. And then in 2009, the Indiana General Assembly made sugar cream pie the official Indiana state pie. Alright, so there you have it. Again, with that pie, it's the recipe said to go to 325, and at that point it took an additional 40 minutes because I wrote down the amount of time I did each. So anyway, so that's how you make sugar cream pie. And there's my sugar cream pie. Yummy, yummy. It actually tastes pretty good. I gotta cut another piece for my mom. So I am open for suggestions on what you would like to see me cook. Just let me know if you have any suggestions. And I'll see you next time. And while you're here, why don't you check out a playlist? Alright, we got some good ones. Alright, see you next time. Bye. And I'll let you see me struggle as you decide which playlist you wanna watch. It's crumbling every which way. Alright, that one came out a little bitter. Here we go. Oh, look, it's coming out a little bit. Alright, well, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.